Portland Pythons professional indoor soccer is on the air. Tonight, live from the Rose Garden, the Pythons play host to Brazil in World Indoor Soccer League action. Good evening, everybody. Andy McNamara, Mike Seib once again, and we have an excellent game on tap tonight. The Pythons currently fourth in the WISL with a record of 1-1, face Brazil, also 1-1 in WISL play. Brazil is the national indoor team from that country. We expect a lot of fireworks here at the Rose Garden tonight. We're just minutes away from kickoff. I'll be back with the starting lineups right after this timeout. You're listening to Portland Pythons Professional Indoor Soccer on Great Talk 1150. Cool. Back at the Rose Garden, everybody. Andy McNamara along tonight. Thanks for tuning in to Portland Pythons Professional Indoor Soccer on Great Talk 1150. Starting for the Pythons tonight, in goal with a record of 1-1, goals against 4.45 and 50 saves on the season. BP Brett Phillips between the posts for the Pythons. On defense, Adu and Billy Crook will be your starting back line. Up front, Bernie Lillevoix, the top man, along with Rob Bartz and Zach Chow. Thanks for tuning in once again, everybody. Portland Pythons Professional Indoor Soccer. The Pythons playing Brazil tonight. Brazil will play in their traditional blue shorts with gold or yellow tops trimmed in green. Pythons, the men in black. All black for the Portland Pythons, sitting at 1-1. Currently one game back of first place in the World Indoor Soccer League. We'll take our last break right here. Just a 30-second timeout. When we return, we'll have the opening kickoff live from the Rose Garden. You're listening to Portland Pythons Professional Indoor Soccer on Great Talk 1150. Cool. And we're right back at the Rose Garden, about 30 seconds away from kickoff. Brazil has been very impressive in their North American tour. They beat the Houston Hotshots back on August 7th by a score of 4-3. A week ago tonight, they dropped a tough game 8-5 at Salt Lake, at Utah, on Thursday night by a score of 8-5, but that game was a lot closer than the score indicated. Salt Lake was up 6-5 in the fourth quarter, and Brazil pulled their goalkeeper, went sixth attacker mode. And Utah was able to capitalize with a couple of goals, one on the power play, one into the empty net. So an 8-5 final. Brazil, all kinds of skill, not real accustomed to the American indoor game, but we'll see how they fare tonight. The ball is in play. The Pythons kicking off, moving left to right across your radio dial. Adu has his foot on the ball right now. Left side for Billy Crook. Now Eric McClellan just on. McClellan, cross field for Adu. Adu at the center line, can't find Lillevoix. Adu gets it back, a header in, knocked out by Brazil. And it goes in the direction of Brett Phillips down the left boards. Adu is there, comes away with the ball. Turnover, shot in on Brett, goes wide. Headed back to him by Billy Crook. Keeper picks it up, fires down the left side looking for Lillevoix. Bernie the Bolt is there. His header to Eric McClellan, now off the boards right in front of the Brazilian bench to Billy Crook. Crook down the boards, can't find Josh Turpin just on. Turpin now intercepts for Lillevoix. Back for Turpin. Turpin beaten to it by a Brazilian defender, and Brazil will try to clear. Ball's knocked out by Fabinho. Fabinho all the way down the left side for Arnaldo. Arnaldo, foot on top of the ball, bothered by Adu. Adu pushes him down and is called for the early foul. Adu on Arnaldo at the Brazilian offensive red line. All of the Brazilians, of course, one-name players. It's a tradition in that country when you're a soccer star to adopt that nickname. Right now, Dede on the ball. He's broken up by Turpin. Ball into the stands, and Brazil will have it on the restart along the touchline, along the left boards. 13:48 to play. We're in the first quarter. No score from the Rose Garden. Dede plays it back for Edino. Edino right side. Now he gets it back. Edino cross field for Dede. Dede, Edino, back and forth they go. Dede on the ball right now, leaves it for a man. The left-footed shot blocked by McClellan. Now an entry pass down the left side. Arnaldo's there, he can't control it. Skips to Brett Phillips, and Brett will roll it out. Phillips off for Adu in the backfield. Phillips at the red line. Touches it off for Kylie Couch, his first shift of the game. Kylie on with Craig Rodas now, the Python defenders. Doug Wolvert plays it off the boards. He's intercepted, and out comes Brazil on a run. Arnaldo broken up by Kylie. Kylie will play back for Phillips. Phillips, right foot on the ball, rolls it out to the top of the arc. Still with it, Brett Phillips across the red line. Right-footed bomb looking for Bartz. Knocked back by Brazil and taken by Kylie Couch. Couch cross field for Rodas. Craig Rodas plays it back to his defensive teammate. Couch up ahead for Lillivois. Lillivois off the boards. Here's a chance, a header. Knocked out, rebound. Knocked off the line and into the hands of Adilson, the keeper. Adilson made the initial block, gave up the rebound. Bernie couldn't get a lot of foot on the ball. Pythons on the attack. Here comes Kylie down the left side. Cuts it back to himself. Red line. Couch goes down. And a foul called. Restart for Brazil. The keeper, Adino, will put it into play. He's got Fabinho. Back for Adino. I'm sorry, that's Adilson. Adilson, the keeper. Plays it off for Adino. Now Adino back at the center line. Number 10. On his back, left side looking for Fabio. Taken there by the Pythons. Play back to Phillips, up ahead for Bartz. Bartz in the midfield. Left side for Kylie. Now Rodas. Rodas will roll all the way out to the center line, looking for McClellan down in the corner. He's got him. Here's Eric. He's got a man. It's Zach Chown off his foot. Can't find Lillivois. It'll be taken out by Brazil. That's De Silva. Long ball ahead. Looking for Andre. Andre double teamed in the corner by a couple of Pythons. Now Billy Crook, cross field for McClellan. 11:15 and counting. We're in the first quarter. No score from the Rose Garden. The Pythons battling the Brazilian national indoor team in an official World Indoor Soccer League game tonight. Josh Turpin can't control a pass from Wolvert. Brazil has trouble clearing. Now they do. Right back, Billy Crook heads it in to the Brazilian zone. Doug Wolvert now with a chance. Wolvert, here's a shot by Turpin, goes wide. Kept in by McClellan. Eric, one-on-one. He'll drop back for Adu at the right point. Adu rolls it over, still with it, Adu. Couple of head fakes off for McClellan. McClellan, cross field for Crook. Crook tried to get it back to McClellan, broken up by Brazil. They had numbers for a moment, didn't recognize it. And they're slow to crank up the offense. Brazil had a 4-on-3 opportunity had they just run down the field. Now on the ball, De Silva. His shot is blocked. It goes in on Phillips. He'll catch it. And Brett will roll it out for himself. Brett Phillips, right peg down the left side. He's got Bartz. It's headed out by the keeper, Adilson. All the way back to Phillips. And he'll reload. Brett for Billy Crook. Left-footed ball. Rob Bartz wide open. Bartz cracks it. Save, rebound off the boards. Another shot by Bartz. And it's just cleared out by Brazil. And this will be a free kick situation. Top of the arc. for the Pythons. Rob Bartz just hammered that ball, but Adilson had it the whole way. And the rebound was just in too close to the boards to get any sort of angle on the goal. Bernie Lillebois, Rob Bartz stand behind the free kick. It's placed at the top of the arc. Adu right in front of it. Adu goes right wing now. Bernie. Adu with a shot. It's blocked. Kept in by Bartz. Bartz turns and shoots, and a save by Adilson. Adilson, 35 saves in 2 games for Brazil, a record of 1-1. Competent in the nets. Out with it, Renato. Renato, cross field for Fabio. Fabio enters it in to the right side, taken there by Fabinho. Now back on the foot of Fabio. Fabio, Renato. Fabio at the center line. Dede now crosses it off, taken now by Fabinho. Fabinho plays it back for Tyson. Tyson, 2 goals and 2 assists in 2 games, the leading scorer for Brazil. Now they play back all the way to the keeper, and Adilson gets pressure from Adu and just dumps it down the left side. Bernie Lillebois is there on defense. Now on the foot of Tyson. Tyson with some ball skill, wearing number 9. A la Ronaldo on the outdoor side for the Brazilian national team. Dede, cross field. Fabinho on top of it. 8:32 and counting. First quarter, still no score from the Rose Garden. Pythons in Brazil. Here's a give and go. Tyson gets it back. He's double teamed, does a little yo-yo with the ball and loses to Adu. Adu nutmegs Tyson and now gets it off for Lillebois. Lillebois chips ahead for Chown. Chown can't get a shot off. He tumbles in the arc. Referees let play go on. Now Kylie Couch with it. Couch inside the center line. Off for Rob Bartz. Bartz, left side. Rodas, give and go. Back to Bartz. Bartz for Lillebois, top of the arc. Bernie can't control. And Brazil is there, and they will run it out. Down the left side they come. It's Juanino. Crossing pass, broken up nicely. Here's a shot and a save by Brett Phillips. The first real chance of the game for Brazil. I believe that was Fabinho. Now Lillebois taken down at midfield. And a foul called against Brazil. Pythons quick on the restart. Rodas at the center line. Rodas for McClellan. McClellan, left side, has Doug Wolvert. Wolvert loses control. Now gets it back. Wolvert, McClellan. Wolvert goes down. The ball scoots into the arc. It's run out by Brazil. It's Tyson. Tyson with some speed down the left side. Python player goes down along the boards. It's Kylie Couch. Now Zach Chown gets it. Chown for Rodas. Rodas will take control. Craig Rodas off for Couch right side. We're at the 7-minute mark. 7 minutes gone by, rather, in the first quarter. No score. Rodas for Couch at the center line. Kylie, right-footed ball looking for Wolvert. Wolvert settles, still with it. Wolvert gets around one man, has some space. Wolvert down in the right corner now, double team. Doug gets it off to McClellan. His shot off the boards. Can't find Turpin. Rodas is there. He'll try to keep it in for Portland, but now Brazil will run out with it. Fabinho on the ball. Fabinho, crossing ball down the left side into the corner. He's got a man. It's Adino. Adino. And drops it for Craig Rodas. Rodas, Turpin. Too far for Bernie. Kept in now by Bartz. Bartz loses the handle to it. Here's some pressure in the arc from the Pythons, and Brazil will dump it out. Tyson on the ball. Tyson back for Fabinho. Fabinho crosses it off for Dede. Dede up to the midfield. Taken out by Rodas. He finds Lillebois. He's got Bartz right side. Never saw him. Bernie had Bartz wide open down the left side. Tried to get a little too cute with the ball. Back comes Brazil. They've got the numbers too. Here's Adino. Drops it for Arnaldo. Here's a shot in the direction of Phillips, taken by Billy Crook. And Billy down the right side for Bernie. Lillebois, number 26 for the Pythons in his first season with Portland. Former nemesis of the Portland Pride when Bernie was a member of the Anaheim Splash. Here's a give and go with Wolbert and McClellan. Wolbert shot off the boards, taken by the keeper, Adilson, and he'll dump out left side for Adino. Adino in the midfield. Off for Andre. Skips in on Phillips, and Brett will grab it. Under 5 minutes now. Actually approaching 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Pythons have had a couple decent shots on goal. No gigantic scoring chances, though. Long ball played in by Adu towards the Brazilian goal. Goes out of bounds, and we have official timeout on the turf. With 4:02 remaining in the first quarter, we have no score from the Rose Garden. The Pythons in Brazil will take a quick timeout. You're listening to Portland Pythons Professional Indoor Soccer on Great Talk 1150. What's this? Why are they playing? All right, they didn't take the timeout they were supposed to take, so they're playing right now. Yeah. Thanks. Back at the Rose Garden, my apologies. The referee, Eric Beck, signaled official timeout and then decided he wasn't going to take it. So play is going on right now. You didn't miss a whole lot. 3:09 and counting, first quarter. Still no score from the Rose Garden. The ball is now down in the left corner in the Brazilian zone. A shot in on Phillips, blocked away, rebound and a score. And Brazil is up early, 1-0. That was a ball. Goal scored by number 6, Renato. The initial shot was a ball that Brett Phillips would have had. Rob Bartz made the block, but in doing so gave up a rebound. And Brett was then out of position and unable to stop the second shot. Brett had that first one all the way. Bardo, just his defensive instincts, told him to try to block it, and then the rebound went right back out to the shooter, Renato, unassisted, and that is a goal. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 1 second of the first quarter. And lull in the action, and the Pythons will try to crank it up. Here's Bernie Lillevoix. He'll kick off. Pythons in this quarter moving left to right. Bernie off for Bartz. Bartz for Crook, right side for Adu. Adu tips it all the way in on the keeper, and it's taken by Adilson. And he knocks it out right side. It's a shot in the arc, blocked away by the Pythons' Billy Crook. Bernie on a run down the left side. Bernie's still with it. Bounces in on the keeper. He heads it out. Adilson. Brazil having trouble clearing their zone. Now they do. And it's a 2-on-2 opportunity. Adino along the boards. Broken up from behind by Josh Turpin. Nice hustle by the cable guy. And the Pythons will restart their attack. Crook, left side, down in the corner now for Lillevoix. Bernie looking to turn and burn. Bernie shot up the boards. Cleared out by Brazil, right to Billy Crook at the red line. Left point. Off for Turpin. Turpin still there. Turpin battling along the boards. Brazil in control. Fabinho. Fabinho knocked down by Turpin. Turpin still bothering the Brazilians. Rob Bartz intercepts an errant pass at midfield, clears all the way back to Brett Phillips, and now gets it back at the center line. And you know Rob Bartz is thinking about that block right now, and he is going to try his hardest to get that goal back for Portland. Rob with 4 goals in the exhibition the other night, 4 goals and an assist, 5.9, just carried the Pythons on his back. Here's a shot that goes wide of Phillips. Off the boards, Pythons control. Craig Rodas, right side, Billy Crook. Crook at the center line. Crook off for Bart's right side. Bart's takes a man on, still with it. Bernie now on top of it. Can't get a handle to it. And it's taken by Brazil, cleared up onto the Pythons bench. Portland will get a restart. 1:02 remaining first quarter. 1-0 Brazil. Renato unassisted at 12:01. A rebound goal off of a Pythons block. Find the free kick. Eric will take it. Eric up ahead for Chown, taken there by Adilson, and that is the end of the first quarter. This is the third league game for the Pythons, and now they've trailed to start the game twice. Utah got on top early against the Pythons in the season opener. Portland was able to get on the board first against Dallas, but they've dropped down 0-1 against Brazil, and we're underway. Pythons now moving right to left across your radio. Here's an interception at midfield. Rob Bart's on it. Bart's along the boards, right at the center line. Help comes from Rodas. Looks like a rugby scrum right in front of the Brazilian bench. About 6 players. Foul call against Brazil. And Portland will have it on the restart. Bart's back for Couch. Couch at the center line. Turpin. And Rodas. Rodas, right side for McClellan. McClellan can't get by his man. McClellan takes it into the backfield. Left side for Turpin. Turpin. Double team comes, tries to get it off for Kiley, and a turnover, and here comes Brazil. Adino with it. Adino, left side. Arnaldo can't hook up with the errant pass. And the Pythons will run out with it. Here's Kiley Couch at the red line. Couch still with it. Up right side for McClellan. McClellan for Kiley down the right boards. Broken up by Brazil. Turpin gets it back. Turpin still with it. Nifty move. Now here comes Brazil. 3-on-3. Arnaldo a chance. Cuts it to the left side. Shot blocked by Kiley. Brazil still back on top of the ball. That's Renato that had that shot that was blocked by Kiley Couch. Day now on it for Brazil. The defender. Pass. Now here's Adino. Back for Day. Day right side and Juanino. Juaninho. Left side for Tyson. Day. Tyson. Back for Day. Lots of movement here. Lots of one-touch passing by Brazil. Day for Tyson. He's open. Tyson. His shot blocked out of bounds by Brett Phillips. Tyson made Doug Wolbert look like he was standing in concrete. Great play by Brazil. Corner kick. Right side. Here's a shot. Goes wide off the glass. Bicycle kick off the boards. Taken by Brett. Whistle blows. Foul on Brazil and a restart for Portland. Brazil's always good for at least one full bike a game. Guaranteed. These guys are great athletes, but also showmen. Here's Billy Crook down the left side for Portland. Crook for Lillevoix in the corner. He gets his shot off. Rolls in on Adilson. Adilson rolls out. He's got a man at midfield. It's Fabinho. Fabinho off for Tyson. Tyson right side. Fabio still on the ball. Now gives off to a teammate. It's Renato. Lillevoix trips up Renato. Bernie will be called for the foul. And Renato grabbing his leg in pain, rolling on the turf. But he's moving his legs all over the place, so possibly a little bit of, shall I say, acting. He gets an ice bag immediately from the trainer. Looks like it's right below the knee. 12:18 to play. We're in the second quarter. 1-0 is the score. Brazil on top. Renato's going to be okay as he scoots over to the Brazilian bench. We'll see him out there in a minute or two, guaranteed. Illegal substitution called against Brazil. And play will go on. We're 5-on-5. Edinho, Tyson, nifty footwork, left side for Edinho. Back for Tyson. Tyson, top of the arc, has a man. Taken now by Day. Day at the right point. Sandusky is on him. Rusty, his first action of the game. Here's an entry pass. Brazil still on top. They're starting to control the ball right now. Adilson, the keeper, has it. He'll play right side for Tyson. Tyson around Sandusky. Off the boards for Edinho. Edinho back to center. Arnaldo shot in on Phillips. And a save shot by Edinho. Brett had to stretch out to the left side to make that save. Kiley with it. Right side for McClellan. McClellan along the touchline in front of the Brazilian bench. Gets it in for Big Doug. Doug back for McClellan. Settled by Zach Chow. Zach. Right side for Kiley. Kiley for McClellan at the red line. Eric. Left-footed shot in the corner. Can't find a do. Banked out by the Brazilians. Tyson tries to nutmeg McClellan, but turns it over instead, and here's Adu. Adu fakes a left-footed shot, still with it. Shot is blocked. Comes out to Kiley Couch. Couch just outside the red line. He'll bring it back to center, as Adu will get a change. Adu changes with Rodas. Zach Chown on the ball now. Chown looking for Big Doug. Not enough mustard on that pass, and it's broken up by Brazil. Here's a chance. Header by Kiley. Breaks up the Brazilians. Ball all the way back to the keeper, Phillips. And now Rodas. And the fans getting restless. They want to see some shots. Portland not getting anything on Adilson here in the second quarter. 10-20 and counting. 1-0 Brazil on top. We're in the second quarter. Bartz chips ahead for Rodas. Can't find him. And the Brazilians will knock it back in the direction of Brett Phillips. It's taken by Rob Bartz. Bartz, entry pass blocked away. Bartz gets it back. Off the boards for Kiley. Will he crack it? Will he crack it? No, a whistle blows. And let's see what the call is. Blue card is called. And we'll have our first power play of the game. Eric Beck, the senior official, I believe, tonight. Also on the field, Juan Baroni. And we've got a blue card penalty. Who's it going against? We're going to try to sort this out. The only thing I can think it could, that I think it could be, is too many men on the field. Or a foul away from the ball, because there was no contact really. Too many men on the field is the call. So the Pythons will get a restart. Looks like a free kick down in the direction of the left corner. Now, power play is great, but Pythons have not been shooting the ball at all. We've got to get some shots off. Here's Rob Bartz. His pass to the far post is broken up and cleared down to Brett Phillips. 2-minute penalty on Brazil. Portland 1 for 1 on the power play in league play so far this season, a perfect 100%. Here's McClellan, left side Billy Crook. His shot is blocked. Comes out to Rob Bartz. Power play group on for the Pythons. Rob Bartz, Crook, McClellan, Doug Wolvert, and Bernie Lillevoix. Ball intercepted by Brazil. Cleared down to Phillips. Phillips up for Bartz. 9:28 and counting, first half. McClellan, red line for Bartz. Back for McClellan. McClellan looking for Bernie Lillevoix, can't find him, and it's knocked all the way back for Phillips. Still about a minute remaining on the power play. Eric McClellan at the red line. Lillevoix in the corner. Back up top for McClellan. He's on the right side. His crossing pass intercepted. They try to chip Brett Phillips. Ball goes wide off the boards, and Brett will roll out for Rob Bartz. 1 minute remaining on the power play. Bartz at the red line. Billy Crook down in the corner. His shot, turn and burn, taken by Adielson, who just hucks it down to Brett Phillips. Phillips for Bartz. So only one shot so far on this power play. Billy Crook. Bartz and McClellan back and forth. McClellan right side. Shot goes off the left post. Crook will control. He'll settle for Bartz. Bartz outside the red line. His shot hits off the top of the dasher. Comes all the way right back to him. Rob Bartz. Off for McClellan. McClellan for Bartz. Bartz chips for Lillebois. Off the glass. McClellan for Wolvert in the arc and knocked out of bounds by Brazil. And the Pythons will have the ball on the restart. Ralph Black's troops just not getting any shots off tonight. Here's Bartz. Crook, his shot deflected by Fabinho right to the keeper, Adielson, and Adielson will take it out. He's blocked by Crook. Here's a chance for McClellan. McClellan, right side, Bartz. Bartz for McClellan, and that is it on the power play. Eric, his shot is blocked. He'll get it back and plays it all the way back to the keeper. So Portland 0 for 1 on the power play. That takes him down to 50% on the season. And that was a pretty ineffective power play. They controlled the ball for the entire time, but only got one shot off, one decent shot. Josh Turpin, right side. Here's Rob Bartz still on the field. Bartz, Turpin with a steal. The cable guy double teamed along the boards, working hard. Bartz comes in to help out. Turpin with it for Bartz. Great hustle by Turpin. Here's Kylie Couch. He'll load up the left foot. A shot, rebound in front, cleared out by Brazil. On the doorstep, the Pythons with their best chance of the night. All started with Kylie's shot. Here's Kylie again, red line. Kylie gets it off for Rodas. Rodas plays for McClellan back on. McClellan, Kylie left side. Chips it off for Turpin. Turpin, Lillebois in the corner. Fabinho is there, and he takes it away. Fabinho gets around two Python defenders. Stolen by Couch. Couch on a run. A foul called against Brazil. And a restart for Portland. 6:37 to play, second quarter, 1-0 Brazil. Josh Turpin on the free kick, shot off the boards. Rodas couldn't get to it. Kept in by Turpin now. Off for Rodas. Rodas plays it back for Kylie. Left side, cross field for Eric McClellan. McClellan one-on-one, gets around his man. Down along the boards. Eric still with it, throwing his weight around. Shot off the boards, right to Adielson, and Portland just can't get any bounces going their way. Every shot off the boards ricochets directly to the keeper. Brazil will call timeout. Bartz is out there, along with Adam King, Rusty Sandusky, Adu, and Billy Crook, the defenders for Portland. Adu, right side, Billy Crook will play the left point. Adu for Billy. Crook on it, his ball blocked away by De Silva. Back for Adu. And the West African will boot it down the left side, looking for Big Doug. Wolvert, still with it. Wolvert, off for Crook. Crook, crossfield, too far for Adu. Now he tracks it down. Adu, back for Crook. Crook plays it off for Bartz, left side. Bartz with room. Looking for Wolvert off the boards. Biked out by the Brazilians. Still with it. Brazil, all kinds of skill, but Rob Bartz comes in from behind and says, I'll take that. This is indoor soccer. That fancy stuff doesn't work as well inside, folks. Here's Wolvert. Right side. Brazil will knock it out. Bartz gets a foot on it. Clears all the way down to his keeper, Brett Phillips. 5:04 and counting, second quarter. 1-0 Brazil. Billy Crook brings it up for the Pythons. Crook for McClellan. McClellan loses at the red line. Tyson back with it. Tyson double teamed by McClellan and Crook. He goes down. Now gets some help from a teammate, Juaninho. Billy says, I'll take that. Plays it back for Adu. Adu for Zach Chown in the midfield. Chown plays back for, all the way back to Brett Phillips. Up ahead for Crook. Crook at the center line. Adu Right side off the boards. Wolbert in front, a shot, follow up, score! Big Doug ties the game for the Pythons. Adilson made a magnificent save on Wolbert's first attempt, but left the rebound, and Big Doug was there to put it home. For Wolbert, his first goal of the 1999 season, to go with 1 assist. And we're all tied at 1. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 38 seconds. And we have official timeout on the turf. Our score from the Rose Garden.
Yeah.
This evening, all tied at 1. Big Doug Wolbert unassisted at 10:38 of the second quarter, ties this game at 1. Brazil will kick off. They are moving left to right. On top of it, Juaninho, left side for Dede. Lays it back for De Silva. De Silva from Fabinho. Back for De Silva, top of the arc. Nifty passing by the Brazilians. Pythons can't clear. Kept down in their offensive zone. Now Brazil will clear it back. Ball rolls in on Phillips. Brett down the right side. 3 lines. And a free kick coming up for Brazil. Brett Phillips pumping a little too much iron. He gunned that ball down the right side. Just couldn't get it to sit down for him. 3-line pass in indoor soccer is a free kick from the center of the opposing team's offensive red line. So your defensive red line if you are the culprit. Looks like we have another blue card called against Brazil. This will probably be another too many men on the field situation. And the Pythons will have a chance to go on the power play once again. 3:41 remaining in the first half. And they will have their second power play of the game. First one was pretty lackluster. Nice crowd on hand tonight here at the Rose Garden to see Brazil. Illegal substitution is the call. I think the first time is a warning. The second time is a 2-minute penalty. Brazil was flagged for at least 4 blue cards against Utah. Brazil, however, will have the restart on the free kick after the 3-line pass. And then the Pythons will take over on their power play. McClellan's out there. Billy Crook. Brazil killing time. Ball is intercepted by Adam King. He dishes off for Kiley. Gets it to Billy Crook. And now Rob Bartz will take over on the power play. Bartz will play up top. He'll have McClellan and Crook on the wings. Lillebois and Wolbert down deep. Wolbert looking for his second of the night. A header in on Adilson. And a save. Big Doug throwing his weight around inside the arc. No 3-second rule in indoor soccer, unlike basketball, so he can camp down there. Here's Billy Crook. Back up top for McClellan this time. Eric crosses for Bartz. Bartz outside the red line, right side McClellan. McClellan to the far post. Billy Crook for Bartz. Bartz shot off the boards, comes out in the direction of McClellan, and it's cleared out by Brazil. 2:39 to play in the first half. Under a minute remaining on the power play. McClellan, crossfield Bartz. Thought about one-timing it. Bartz gets it back for McClellan right side. And the Pythons will reset on the power play. McClellan back for Phillips. Ralph Black on the bench is seething, and the Pythons call a timeout. 2:17 in the quarter in the first half. 1-1 our score. Renato unassisted for Brazil in the first quarter. Big Doug Wolbert unassisted at 10:38 of the second quarter. Pythons on their second power play of the game. 36 seconds remaining on the power play. And Ralph Black did not like what he saw developing with the man advantage, so he had He had his players play the ball back for Brett Phillips, who was then able to call a timeout. And they will reset. They'll go with the same unit. Bartz, McClellan, Billy Crook, Doug Wolvert, and Bernie Lillevoix. Both Billy Crook and Bernie Lillevoix sat out the exhibition game to rest some nagging injuries. Here's Rob Bartz. Ball back in play. Bartz at the red line. A little too far for Bernie. Ball scooting around in the corner. Bartz recovers at the red line. Crossfield for McClellan. McClellan for Bartz. Bartz with space. Bartz, Lillevoix, little cross in front. Big Doug can't get there, and a half bike by a Brazilian defender knocks it all the way back for Phillips. 10 seconds remain on the power play. Here's Rob Bartz, a shot. Can't get it through traffic. Knocked out in the direction of Brett Phillips. And this power play is history. Pythons 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. Still controlling the ball, however. Rob Bartz. Crossfield. Kylie Couch back on the turf for the Pythons. Kylie for Brett Phillips. 1:23 and counting in the first half. Craig Rodas, right side for Kylie. Kylie for Rodas. Rodas down the right side for Lillevoix. Lillevoix, Fabinho on him. Bernie with it still. Bernie leaves for Bartz. Bartz gets a shot off the boards. Rebound in front. Turpin was there, couldn't control it. Adilson comes out, clears it. Lillevoix keeps it in. Lillevoix, right side off the boards. It's knocked out by Brazil. Pythons will keep it in. Kylie Couch for Rodas. Under a minute to play in the first half. Rodas looking for Lillevoix. Has him in the corner. Bernie goes down. Foul called against Brazil. And a nice free kick location here for Portland just outside the corner dot. Left corner, Bartz and Turpin confer. Lillevoix up top left side. Down low is Rodas. Bartz behind it, still with it. Bartz looking to chip, finds Lillevoix. His shot off the side of his foot goes well wide. And out comes Brazil. Portland will have to get back on D. Brazil in front of Phillips. A chance. Shot up the boards. Blocked away by the Pythons defense. Still with it, Fabinho. Fabinho broken up by Rodas. Nice play by Craig. And Rob Bartz comes out with it. Bartz, Kylie Couch. Kylie. Time for one last play for the Pythons, but Kylie turns it over. 2-on-1. Shot saved by Phillips on the 2-on-1. Big Brett bailing out his teammates as Fabinho smacked one in the direction of the goal. McClellan one last gasp. Bernie Lillevoix gets the ball caught between his legs. And that is the end of the first half. Our score, Brazil 1. The Pythons 1. We're through one half of play. You're listening to Portland Pythons Professional Indoor Soccer on Great Talk 1150. On the back line. We are at even strength. The Pythons 0 for 2 on the power play so far tonight. Fouls pretty even. Brazil with 6. Pythons with 5 through halftime. And not a whole lot of other stats really jump out at you. Just one goal per side. Eric Beck, Juan Baroni, and Padman Centajara, the assistant referee in the box. We are underway. The Pythons kick off to start the second half. Billy Crook, left side for Bartz. Bartz back for Crook. Billy, long ball looking for Lillevoix. Lillevoix plays it off the boards. Adilson is there. Bernie gets it back for Zach Chown. Chown has it taken away from behind. Brazil tries to run with it. Well, intercepted by Crook and Adu. Adu, crossfield for Crook. Crook, right-footed shot down the right side off the boards looking for Lillevoix. Bounces around. Zach Chown and Adu are there. Adu back for Crook. Crook crossfield for Bartz. Boy, Adu has come such a long way since he got here at the start of training camp. Played outdoor soccer in the PDL, Premier Development League, with the Brooklyn Knights. Has come inside, and he's a tough defender, but he's also really starting to develop the skill necessary to play indoor soccer. Brazil off a restart. Here's an errant pass intercepted by Eric McClellan. McClellan down in the corner, turns, still with it. McClellan looking for Adu, goes through the arc, and Adilson comes out to clear it. He's stopped there by Wolbert. Wolbert can't control. Kylie Couch gets it for Zach Chown. Chown off for Kylie. Kylie for Big Doug. Doug right side, still with it, turns towards goal. Shot off the boards, rebound in front, and McClellan chipped it over the crossbar. He had a wide open net. Adilson still laying on the ground. Right in front. Oh, Eric. Tough luck for McClellan. That should have been 2-1. Just took a bad hop off the instep of his right foot. Eric with another touch on the ball right in front of the Pythons bench. Chased down by Brazil. De Silva. Now taken back by Kylie Couch at midfield. Right back to Tyson. Tyson runs over Josh Turpin. Some sloppy play here in the second half as the teams just go back and forth. Fabinho has a man right side to Silva. His crossing pass. Fabinho can't get there in time. He had an open net. And the Pythons will try to clear. They can't do it. Fabinho holds it in. Whistle away from the play. And a blue card is called. Or a foul, rather. Foul is called against Brazil. Restart coming for the Portland Pythons. 12:59 and counting. Third quarter, tied at 1. Turpin down the right side for Wolver. Big Doug posting up. The big man has the lone goal tonight. Got it for Bartz. Bartz just outside the red line, still with it. Right-footed ball for Kylie. Kylie on the right side, back for Bartz. Bartz chips it down into the right corner for Wolver. He plays it off the boards right to Adilson, and the keeper rolls out. Brazil on a run, taken back the other way by Portland. Kylie plays it ahead for Rodas, looking for Wolvert. Runs into Adilson. Adilson just clears it into the stands. And it looks like a restart for the Pythons. Top of the arc. This is the third time they've had a free kick from the top of the arc. Haven't got a good shot off to this point. Zach Chown standing in front of the ball. Wolvert and Bartz. Here's Bartz. A shot blocked in front. Bartz again off the boards. Leaves it. Looks like Rodas left it for Zach, and Zach has to play it all the way back for Brett Phillips. 12:06 to play, third quarter, tied at 1. Phillips up ahead for Billy Crook. Crook looking for Lillevoix in the arc. It's headed out by Brazil, kept in by Adu. Here's an intentional handball against Brazil. That's got to be intentional. Bernie is calling for a blue card as he was wide open and Day stuck up his hand. Knocked the ball down with his hand. So a free kick coming. Even with the top of the arc on the left side, in between the center of the arc and the boards. Lillevoix lines up behind the free kick. Left-footed shot, saved by Adilson, cleared out by Brazil. Zach Chown gathers the ball at midfield. Chowney for McClellan. He tries to leave for Adu, comes out to Billy Crook. And as Brazil is off to the races. Pass too long. Adu intercepts, plays back for Phillips, up ahead for Bernie. Bernie for McClellan. Now Adu at the center line. Can't control the ball, bounces to McClellan. McClellan for Billy Crook. He'll use Brett Phillips, and Brett will roll it out. Right side for Billy. Billy Crook looking for Lillevoix down in the corner. Bernie setting up shop. One man to beat. Gets it out for Turpin. Now Brazil intercepts, and they're on a run 3-on-3. Renato in the midfield has a man. Edinho, his shot goes to the boards. Arnaldo a shot over everything. And a restart coming for Portland. Brett Phillips will put the ball in play. 10:57 to play, third quarter, tied at 1. Renato unassisted in the first quarter for Brazil. Doug Wolvert unassisted in the second quarter for the Portland Pythons. Kylie Couch, left side for Rodas. Rodas back for Phillips. Phillips, long ball down in the left corner. Has Lillevoix. Lillevoix off his foot. Rolls to Adilson, the keeper, and he'll put it in play for Renato. Renato down the left boards, just turns it over in the midfield. Kylie will say thank you very much and takes that off for Turpin. That's Bart's actually. Bart's down in the left corner, knocked out by Brazil. Kylie recovers and leaves it for the keeper, Brett Phillips. Phillips for Bart's. Bart's down in the corner for Bernie again. Bernie's been out there a while. Bernie has shot up the boards, knocked away by Adilson for Chown. Chown tries to get around his man, still with it. A foul called against Brazil. Nice job by Zach. And Juaninho is called for the foul. Zach acted like he was going to play it back out to midfield and then just turned on his man. Tried to squeeze between his defender and the glass along the boards. Free kick just inside the red line along the right boards. Bartz and Chown behind it. They've got Kylie wide left, Adu up top, Bernie at the far post. Here's a shot by Bartz, taken by Adilson. The keeper can play. Adilson down the right side, no one in pursuit for Brazil, however, and it rolls all the way in on Brett Phillips. Brazil probably content to keep this game as close as possible. They'd like to keep it 1-1 for the rest of the night. Here's a long shot by Kylie, rebound in front. Bernie is there, Adu, a shot right into the hands of Adilson. Python starting to sniff blood, getting that ball in deep. Golden opportunity, and now Brazil will clear. And I think Portland has got Brazil on the ropes right now. As far as fitness goes, the Brazilians only have 11 field players and a keeper. This one was cleared out intentionally. Pythons with a full 14-man roster. Free kick, top of the arc. McClellan sets up his shot off the left post. That beat the keeper but went wide all the way back to the Pythons goalkeeper, Brett Phillips. Phillips looking for Bernie in the corner. There's Bernie. Up ahead, Turpin. Errant ball off his foot, chipped over the glass into the stands, and Adilson, the Brazilian keeper, will put it back into play. Down the left side, he's got a man. Intercepted by Craig Rodas. Now Craig down in the left corner, off for Phillips. Phillips, Billy Crook. Crook down the left side for Big Doug. Doug can't reel it in. He's got Adilson out of the goal. Adilson played it back to himself and falls on it. So we are going to have another free kick from the top of the arc. Well, if nothing else, it's good practice. Pythons have not been able to cash in on these great set play opportunities. McClellan behind it. He's got Crook to the right, Wolver to the left. Here's Big Doug, a shot off the boards. Rodas can't follow up. McClellan's shot is blocked. Now Billy will settle. Crook can't find Eric. Taken over by Brazil, Fabinho. Down the right side they go. It'll roll all the way in on Phillips. And the Pythons have to keep the pressure on here. Put the hammer down. These Brazilians are starting to get tired. They're not making the same runs they were making in the first half. And that said, here they come. 2-on-2, left shot and a score. Beats Brett Phillips. Oh my! What a shot by number 8, Juaninho. A left-footed blast. Sort of lulled Brett out of the goal a little bit and then curved it into the side netting, far post with the left foot. And the Pythons will have to play catch up once again. This ball 2 feet outside the red line. Boom! Brett almost got his left glove on it. Couldn't do it, and the Pythons will kick off. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 52 seconds. 1-2, here's a 2-on-0 opportunity very briefly for Brazil. Brett makes a big save. Ball played back to the keeper, and he'll come out with it. Boy, what a shot by Brazil. They don't have the same energy to get the guys flying all the way down the field, but when you can put a ball on goal like that, you don't have to go the length of the field. That ball from about 53 feet away curved into the side netting. First goal of the second half. It was Juaninho from Renato, his second point of the night at 6:52. 2-1 Brazil. Here's another chance for the Pythons, top of the arc as the ball is intentionally cleared. Chown, Lilavois, shot, score! Bernie will get credit as he put it on goal, and Bernie Lilavois ties it up. That ball banked in off a Brazilian defender. But for Bernie, his fourth of the season, his fourth as a member of the Portland Pythons. And in indoor soccer, you've got to put the ball on net, throw it in front. That's something they weren't doing in the first half. Bernie getting the crowd into it. 7:32, the time of the goal, just 40 seconds after Juaninho. He's still working the crowd. And we've got official timeout on the turf. We'll take timeout as well. Our score, third quarter, Portland 2, Brazil 2. You're listening to Portland Pythons Professional Indoor Soccer on Great Talk 1150. Who was the assist on Bernie? Zach? All right. Back to live action at the Rose Garden. The Pythons have just tied things up 2-2. Bernie the Bolt, his fourth of the season from Zach Chown. Just 40 seconds after Brazil scored. Here's a chance in the arc. A shot blocked out by Wolbert, and a corner kick coming up for Brazil. So this game has opened up a little bit in the last minute or two. Corner kick coming for Brazil. Down in the right corner to the left of Brett Phillips. A two-man wall set up. Near post, here's a chance. Dummy kick, shot, and a score. Just like that, Brazil on top. The goal scored by Day. Great movement off the corner kick. They had guys going in every direction. And Day, the beneficiary, it was like a onside kick play. You got players going all over the place. And just like that, Day puts Brazil back up. Time of that. 3-2. The Pythons have never led in this game. They've tied it twice. Plays it off the boards looking for Lilavois. Dielson is there, the keeper. Left side. Looking for a man taken by Zach Chown. He'll play back for Phillips. Brett at his own red line. Looking for Kylie Couch off the boards. It bounces right in on Adielson. And Adielson gets it out to one of his forwards. Here's a chance right in the arc. Shot, weak shot, and a save by. Out for Adu for Lilavois. Lilavois continues to clear the ball out intentionally. Great free kick opportunity. Bernie will take it. Lilavois, shot, save, ricochets right back to the keeper Adielson, and he'll roll it out. Good job by Bernie shooting that ball. Here's a long ball off the boards. De Silva can't get there. He falls down. No one around him. And the Pythons back with it. Billy Crook. 5:50 and counting, third quarter, 3-2 Brazil. They've outscored Portland 2-1 so far in the second half. Here's a foul along the boards right in front of the Portland bench. Well, now they reverse it, say it's on Portland. So Brazil will put the ball in play. Tyson on top of it for Brazil. Tyson off for Edinho. Tries to cross it, goes to Billy Crook. He'll play for Phillips. Phillips, Crook, back for Phillips, red line. Brett down the left side looking for McClellan. McClellan settles in the arc. Big Doug is there. Here's Josh Turpin, a shot off the upper V. And Adu will try to settle, taken by Tyson. Brazil will come out with it. They've got 3-on-2. Here comes Brazil on a sprint down the left side. Tyson still on it. Adu will be called for a blue card. And Brazil goes on the power play. Looked like a phantom tackle. Tyson drew the foul. Adu tackled from behind. That's probably what the call is going to be. It didn't look like he got him. Yeah, he might have got the back of his foot. Never got the ball, so a 2-minute penalty, and Brazil's first power play of the night. This is a chance for them to go up by 2. They've never led by more, led by 1 goal 3 times in this game. Let's see what the Brazilians have on the power play. Here's Dede. He'll leave it for Tyson. De Silva. Dede, right side, back up top for Tyson. Kylie Couch, Craig Rodas, Zach Chown, Billy Crook, your penalty killers. Tyson leaves it for his man who's making a line change. Rodas comes out with it. Here's Craig, 1-on-4. Make that 1-on-5. Craig killing time off the boards to himself. Tyson finally gets a foot on the ball, and Brazil will control. Rodas with some good on defense. He killed about 20 seconds off the power play by himself. Tyson rolls it out midfield, crosses it off for Edinho. Right side, Edinho has a man in the corner. Fabinho up top for Tyson. He'll fake the left-footed shot, gets it right side now. Here's a cross pass to Silva. Shot saved by Phillips, and he clears. Back on the foot of De Silva. De Silva in front. Little tic-tac-toe action. Shot blocked away by Billy Crook. Under a minute now on the power play for Brazil, their first of the game. Tyson at the red line. Off the boards in the corner. Back up top for De Silva. De Silva crossing pass. Far post, shot in front. Blocked out by Crook again. Billy Crook coming up big defensively on this power play. Here's a chip into the far post. Shot off the boards. Zach Chown is there. Zach will try to clear. Hard. Able to dump it all the way back in on the keeper, Adilson. And he'll roll it out to himself. 20 seconds remaining on the power play. Adilson to the center line. Off for a man just coming on the field off the bench. It's Renato. Renato around Kylie Couch. Down in the corner, up top. Edinho. Edinho, right side. Chip to the boards. Shot in on Phillips. Brett will pick it up. And he can gun it down the left side. Bernie for the Python. Shot off the board. Chance of the game. Craig Rodas, slide tackle in the midfield. Lillevois gives chase. Brazil back on top in their offensive end. Lillevois with pressure. Zach Chown, his shot is clearing it all the way back to Brett Phillips. Fabinho falls over Adu. Zach down the right side for Bernie. Bernie 1-on-1. Plays it off the boards for Adu. Adu can't get there in time, and it's run out by Brazil. Nifty play by Bernie. Fabinho down the left side. This game has really opened up. Fabinho, red line. Up top, he's got a man. It's Juaninho. Juaninho puts it through Rob Bart's legs. Now Fabinho on it. Crossfield. Renato. Bothered by Adu. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 3-2 Brazil. There's a chance. Brett Phillips out of the goal. Billy Crook clears it up. Headed out by Billy. Good defensive work. Follow up left footer by Tyson. Skips in on Phillips. And he guns down the left side. Possible 2-on-1. Brett's pass goes on the Pythons bench. And Brazil will have it on the restart. 1:50 to play third quarter. 3-2 Brazil. 3 goals in the second half, and they all were scored within a minute 10 seconds of one another. Over a minute 10 second span, I should say. Here's a little weak chip in on Brett. He'll scoop it up. Rolls it down to his own feet at the red line. Phillips, a right-footed ball for Wolvert. Wolvert heads it down. McClellan is there. Eric still on the ball. Cuts it across. Billy Crook inside. Chip. Wolvert. Oh, just wide follow-up by Turpin is blocked away. Great chance by Wolvert. Put his head on it and knocked it just wide of the right post. McClellan tries to get around Tyson. Can't do it. Now a steal by Turpin. Turpin off the wall. Hits an official. Bad luck there. And Brazil will control. Juan Baroni couldn't jump out of the way of that soccer ball fast enough, or the Pythons would still have control of it. Here's Arnaldo, leaves it for Tyson. Tyson to Silva, his shot blocked by Crook. Crook, dangerous in front of Phillips. Phillips plays for Rodas. Rodas up for Turpin. Turpin a steal, and here's an easy goal for Brazil. Josh Turpin had trouble in the arc, and it's number 8, Juaninho, with the goal, his second, and it's 4-2 Brazil. And boy, Juaninho knew what to do with the ball after he stole it and was one-on-one with the keeper. Unbelievable moves. 14-21 of the third quarter. Pythons will kick off. They're in a 2-goal hole. Brazil's biggest lead of the night. Zach Chown back for Adu. Adu left side looking for Bartz. Bartz runs into the boards. Bartz is hurt. Bartz is right off. Oh my, Rob Bartz is in pain. And his left knee, oh, you hate to see that. Rob Bartz went immediately off the field. He got wedged up against the boards. 3 lines on Portland. And 17.8 seconds left in the third quarter. Brazil will have a free kick from the center of the red line. Up 4-2. Here's a shot blocked by Adu out of the arc. Chown will clear, looking for Lillebois. He's got a Dielson out. Bernie with an open net. Shot just wide. McClellan score! Eric McClellan! Portland cuts the lead to 4-3 with just 7.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The keeper came way out. Lillebois had the first chance, and Eric McClellan knew what to do with the rebound. He had one go off his foot earlier right in front of the goal. This one a lot further out, and Eric banged it home. McClellan from Bernie at 14:53, just 32 seconds after Brazil made it 4-2. The Pythons storm back within 1. That's the end of the third quarter. Our score, Brazil 4, your Pythons 3. You're listening to Portland Pythons Professional Indoor Soccer on Great Talk 1150. Whew. Making it exciting. Okay. Back at the Rose Garden, fasten your seatbelts, 15 more minutes of action. Brazil 4, the Pythons 3. The Brazilian national indoor team outscoring Portland 3-2 in that third quarter. Pythons storm back after trailing by 2 goals. McClellan from Lillebois with 7 seconds left in the quarter, cut the lead to 1, and that's where we stand. Brazil with the ball right now. Pythons moving right to left across your radio. In the fourth quarter, Day on up for Brazil. He gets it off for Juaninho. Juaninho back with it right side. Plays it off for Fabinho. Fabinho, left side now. Gets it back. Fabinho just outside the center line. Day with it. Fathered by Adam King, the defensive runner on for Portland. Day still with it. King marking him. Josh Turpin is marking Edinho. Ball rolls in on Brett Phillips. And the Pythons will come out with it. Rob Bartz was just on the field for Portland. That's a good sign. The way he was striking the boards after getting crunched up against the boards with his knee. We thought the worst, but Bardo back out there. Here's Adu with a chance. Adu, left side, cuts it back up top for Crook. Crook, a right-footed shot. Oh, just over the glass. And a restart coming for Brazil. Nice strike by Billy, but it just kept going. Just squeaked over the glass. Couple Pythons there for the rebound. Has that, if that ball is about 2 inches lower. Brazil. Long shot intended for the goal, obviously. Intended for Brett Phillips, I guess I meant to say. Ricochets off Craig Rodas. And Brazil will get it back at the center line. Edinho, right side, has a man shot and a score. Fabinho from Edinho. And these guys are everything is advertised. The Brazilians are something else, I'll tell you. Fabinho perfect one. Just an amazing cross pass. A full volley strike by Fabinho. Sails it, just out of the grasp of Phillips' right glove. Just like that, Brazil back on top. They're heating up offensively. They clear it out now off the Pythons' kickoff. Tracked down by Kylie Couch. They're up by 2 goals once again. McClellan with it at the red line. Eric trying to settle, and now it's just cleared back on Brett Phillips. Brazil will just pick their spots now, up by 2 goals. Nice fake by Kylie Couch. Kylie leads a potential 3-on-2. Down in the corner. Ball skips off the foot of a Brazilian player into the crowd. And a restart for Portland. Zach Chown, shot off the boards. Rodas in front, cleared out by Brazil. All the way down for Phillips. Brett settles for Kylie at the center line. Kylie down into the corner for Wolvert. Wolvert still with it. Shot goes wide. Follow up by Rodas. Up over the glass. Restart for Brazil. 5-3 Brazil, 12:37 remaining to be played. In regulation, weak ball out by Adilson, but Couch turns it over. And Brazil back with it. Brazil down the right side. De Silva. Intercepted by Chown. Chown for Wolvert. Wolvert at midfield. Doug still with it. Wolvert gets around one man. Red line. Wolvert for Adu. Adu, left-footed ball. Ahead for Bartz. Shot off the boards. Taken there by Adilson. Nice play by the keeper. And he'll roll it out. Good to see Rob Bartz back on the field. Here's Tyson now. He flips it back to his keeper, Adilson. 11:52 remaining in the fourth quarter. Pythons trail by 2. Adilson just killing time. Finally, some pressure comes from Turpin. Adilson back on the ball. Gets it off to Tyson. Back for Adilson. It's like they could do this all day long. One touch back and forth. Adilson into the midfield for Arnaldo. Arnaldo shoved down by Adu. And Brazil looks like they're just playing keep away with the ball right now. Long shot goes in on Phillips. And he'll put it down to his own feet. 11:20 and counting. Pythons trail by 2. Brett down the left side. Looking for Lillebois. His spinning half bike goes up over the glass into the stands. And Adilson, the Brazilian keeper, will put it back into play. He rolls it out for Andre. Andre. Crossfield for Dede. Dede. Plays it for the keeper, Adilson. Adilson. Pressure comes from McClellan and Lillebois. Tyson now with it. Right side. Lillebois gives chase. Tyson back for Dede. Dede, Tyson. Adilson. His long chip in on Phillips. Up off the glass. Billy Crook leaves it for Brett. And he'll roll ahead for Zach Chown. Zach. Crossfield for Billy Crook. Crook at the center line, left-footed ball looking for Chown, broken up. Here comes Brazil. Adu trying to mark Renato at the center line. Renato gets it off for Tyson, for Dede, back for Tyson. Adilson, the keeper, up ahead. The flip in front, Andre's on it. Andre gets through 2 Python defenders. Zach Chown, here's a shot in on Phillips, a point-blank save. Crook plays it off the boards, ahead for Lillebois. Lillebois goes down. Brazil fighting with it. Here's another opening for Brazil. Little chip shot attempt by De Silva. Brett's there and makes the save. Onto the foot of Rob Bartz. Bartz for Chown. Ball off the boards. Chown looks for Bartz. Can't find him on the cutter. And out comes Brazil in the midfield. Chance here. De Silva. Great slide tackle by Kiley. Kiley steals it. Bernie Lillebois now at the red line. Bernie for Bartz. Bartz left side. Shot off the boards in front. Bernie can't get there in time. Brazil can't clear. Turpin keeps in. Kiley. Shot. Bartz. Oh! One timed it with a left foot, and it rolled in on the keeper, and he scoops it up. 9:20 and counting now, fourth quarter. Pythons down by 2. Here's a chance for Turpin. He'll play it back for Craig Rodas. Rodas and Kiley, the defensive pairing on right now for the Pythons. Kiley, Turpin in the midfield. Turpin, Bartz left side. Bardo spins around his man, still with it. Brazil can't clear. Here's a shot, banks in, scooped up by Adilson, and he chucks it down the right side. Too far for his forward, Juaninho, taken by Rodas. Brazil will change up, so will the Pythons. 8:40 and counting, fourth quarter. Rodas for Kiley. Back for Rodas. Rodas, a shot blocked. Brazil will try to set up some offense now. Here's Adinho on Rodas. Adinho gets some space. A shot saved by Phillips. Headed back in on Brett by Rodas. And now Brett down the left side for Lillebois. Lillebois posting up, gets it for McClellan. McClellan, one-on-one. Eric, little cross pass attempt for Billy Crook. Intercepted by Brazil and cleared back in on Phillips. We're at the 8-minute mark. 5-3 Brazil. Over the Pythons. Chown turns the ball over. Out come the Brazilians. On a run. Down the left side. Turnover taken by Billy Crook. Crook, 3-on-3 with Adu and Lillebois. Adu has it in the midfield. still with it. Adu. As Turpin left side doesn't use him. Adu still with it. Still on a run. Ball deflects to Bartz off the boards. Bartz can't get there in time, and back comes Brazil. Brazil dumps it down the left side, looking for Fabinho. Run off the ball by Crook. Crook for Turpin. We're under 7-18, 7-17 and counting. Pythons down by 2. Only goal of the fourth quarter so far, scored by Brazil. Here's Turpin at the red line. Turpin still with it, plays it off the boards to himself. Now he leaves it for Crook. Crook, right corner for Lillevoix. Lillevoix's there. Bernie, double team, shoots it off the boards. Taken by Brazil, and they will clear. Down the left side, Fabinho. Fabinho gets around Billy Crook. Fabinho with some speed. Plays it back to Dede. Dede back for Tyson. Tyson, Dede. Actually, that's Renato. Renato and Tyson back and forth. Tyson for Renato. He'll use Adilson this time, the keeper. Adilson, left touchline, Dede. Now Brazil on a run down the right side, down the left side of the field. Dede back up for Renato. 6-17 and counting, and Brazil just playing ball control right now. Here's Tyson. Center line and Dede. Dede off for Renato. Renato left side. All the way back to the keeper, Adilson. Here's pressure from King. Adam King tries to slide tackle the keeper. Puts pressure on him. Now King on a run down the left side. Brazil had 3-on-2 for the moment. Here's a shot off the boards. Turpin settles for McClellan. McClellan will keep it. Now plays it back for Couch. Couch for Rodas. Rodas. Billy Crook just on. 5:40 and counting. We're in the fourth quarter. Pythons down by 2. They need a couple. Wolbert a shot right into the gut of Adilson. Nice turn, quick shot by Doug, but right at the keeper. Now a ball cleared in the direction of Portland's keeper, Brett Phillips, and he'll leave it for Chown. 5:18 and counting. Pythons down by 2. Adu a long ball ahead for Wolbert. Wolbert settles down in the left corner. Up top for Crook. Crook still with it. Crook goes down and a foul called. That foul is against Juaninho. And that's the first time the clock gets stopped in a couple minutes. Free kick situation on just inside the red line, left side. Zach Chown has Crook up top. Pythons will call timeout. Might be thinking about the 6th attacker here. Now they're going to rescind the timeout. Chown for McClellan, cross field. Eric, shot sails over everything into the stands. And official timeout is called on the field. 5:03 remaining in the fourth. Brazil clinging to a 2-goal lead, 5-3 over the Pythons. You're listening to Portland Pythons Professional Indoor Soccer on Great Talk 1150. Yeah. Back at the Rose Garden, Andy McNamara along with you tonight. Portland Pythons currently in a little trouble. 5-3 they trail to Brazil. 5 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Brazil has never trailed in this game. It's been tied on 2 different occasions. Pythons have never held the lead. Off the restart, Brazil in the midfield. They will take it. Juaninho on a run. Juaninho at the red line, now inside, cuts it back. Plays it all the way back to Dede. Dede, Juaninho left side. Juaninho bothered by Wolbert. Fabinho, or Tyson on it, rather. Tyson runs into Kylie along the boards, and a foul on Kylie Couch. Trying to get the crowd into it. 4:36 on the clock. Rob Bartz has got the 6th attacker jersey on the bench. So he'll be ready to come on if they have to pull Brett Phillips. Here's a shot inside the arc, taken there by Phillips. And he'll roll out to himself, just outside the red line. Brett with it. Long ball ahead for Lillevoix. Lillevoix settles. He's double teamed immediately by Tyson. Tyson coming in to help Dede. Bernie goes down and the foul is called. So a free kick situation for Portland, just outside of the corner dot, down in the left corner. McClellan lines up behind it, leaves it for Lillevoix. Shot off the wall, sails up. Bart's now on his 6th attacker, just on the field. Inside the arc, Rusty Sandusky up against the boards. Rusty pinned up against the boards. And Brazil will clear it out, kept in by McClellan. 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Rob Bart's the 6th attacker. Crook, McClellan, Bart's. Bart's for McClellan. McClellan at the red line. A long shot to the corner. Crook can't take it. Back out to Bart's. Bart's for McClellan. He'll load up again. Shot off the board, shot in front. Rusty Sandusky gets a foot on it in the arc, and it's cleared out by Brazil, settled by McClellan. 3:35 and counting. Pythons in 6th attacker mode. Here's Billy Crook, gets around his man. Shot in front, deflects off the keeper. Follow-up, saved by Adilson. Here's McClellan's shot just wide. It's pinball right now down in the offensive zone for Portland. McClellan, wide right, cuts it for Crook. Crook for Bartz. Bartz settles. Bartz, far side, and Wolbert. Wolbert for McClellan. McClellan, Sandusky top of the arc for Bartz. Bartz has room. He cranks a shot just wide. Follow up by Wolbert, goes over the glass and into the stand. 3 minutes and 1 second remain in the fourth quarter. Pythons trailing by 2, 5-3, and now a timeout is taken. Brazil calls a timeout as they want to refuel for the final 3 minutes and 1 second as they try to hang on to the win here at the Rose Garden. Brazil already with a victory against the World Indoor Soccer League. They beat Houston 4-3. They dropped one the other night at Utah, 8-5. And so far tonight, things are looking up for Brazil to go 2-1 by 2 goals, 5-3. The Python goal scorers tonight. Doug Wolbert scored in the second quarter, and then in the third quarter, Bernie Lillevoix and Eric McClellan, Python goals. But indoor soccer, 3 goals is not going to cut it. You can easily give up 5 and get away with it, but give Brazil some credit. Their keeper, Adilson, has played strong in net. He looks a little out of place at times. Still getting used. His distribution after he has the ball is probably the weakest part of his game, but when it comes to just saving shots, he's got that down. Here's Sandusky. Plays it for Crook. We're back under play, under 3 minutes to go. McClellan for Bartz. Bartz red line. Crook, crossfield, McClellan in the corner. Wolbert, McClellan a shot to the far post. Bernie can't settle, and it comes back out to Bartz. 2:38. Bartz. Crook, his shot. Right back to him in the corner. All against Brazil. Fabinho called for the foul, and Lillevoix will put the ball in play. Just outside of the left corner. Bartz a shot off the boards. Takes a bad bounce. All the way out for McClellan. McClellan, crossfield for Bartz. Back for Eric. Eric right side. Eric inside the red line. His right-footed bomb up into the stands. And that'll stop the clock with 2:20 to play. Brazil will put it back in as soon as the ball comes down from the stands. Adilson, the keeper, rolls out to midfield. Sandusky with pressure. The center line, no goalie in the net for Portland. Rob Bartz is the sixth attacker. Pythons have it back. 2:05 and counting. Rob Bartz at the center line. Bardo right side for McClellan. McClellan for Bardo at the red line. Billy Crook in deep, left side. Plays it cross field for McClellan. McClellan tees up a shot. Ricochets off the boards, kept in. Sandusky chips it up over the glass and into the stands. Nothing against Rusty. This is one of those situations where the Pythons really missed Jeff Betts. Portland's all-time leading scorer still out with injury. Betsy will be back the next game, however. And they could certainly use him out there right now in sixth attacker mode. Good experience for the young guys, though. Here's Rob Bartz. He'll start it one more time. 1:30 remaining. Bartz, McClellan. Desperate times for the Pythons. Under a minute and a half to go, down by 2. Bartz, a shot off the boards. Nobody there in front. Brazil will try to clear. They can't do it. Sandusky gets it out to Bartz. Bartz for McClellan. McClellan, his right-footed shot blocked out of the arc. He gets it back for Bartz. Bartz chips to the far post. Wolvert's there, leaves for McClellan. McClellan for Bartz, left side. 1 minute to go in the game. Bartz, crossing pass, shot, score! Lillevoix with the goal. Makes it 5-4. 57 seconds left. Great pass by Bartz. At 14:03, and Bernie's got his third goal of the game. Don't count him out yet. Brazil will kick off. Pressure comes from Portland immediate. Under 50 seconds to play. Brazil knocks it out. One last chance for the Pythons. Bernie's second goal of the night, his third point. Rob Bartz trying to get the fans into it. Great header by Bernie on the redirection. Portland scoring with the sixth attacker in effect. Bartz for McClellan. McClellan cracks a shot. Sandusky at the arc, can't get there. It's chipped the length of the field. Will Bartz get there in time? Ball going into the empty net. And it's 6-4 Brazil. Rob Bartz with a valiant effort. The ball was cleared nearly the length of the field. And just like that, the wind is taken out of the sails of the Portland Pythons. Got to give Rob Bartz a hand. He was going all out. He's still not at 100%. He is gassed right now. Time of that goal, 14 minutes, 23 seconds, so didn't take long. 20 seconds, Brazil back up on top by 2. He had a good shot at it the whole way. Billy Crook for Bartz. Bartz for Crook. Billy off the boards. Kicked out by Brazil. 5 seconds left. Bartz will take it at the center line. And this will do it. Final whistle. Brazil has won 6-4. They are now 2-1 against the World Indoor Soccer League. The Pythons dropped to 1-2 on the season. But plenty more soccer to come. 19 more games to be exact. Tough luck loss for the Pythons, but they played a very skillful and exciting team in Brazil tonight. Our final from the Rose Garden, Brazil 6, Portland 4. We'll have the postgame show coming up. You're listening to Portland Pythons Professional Indoor Soccer on Great Talk 1150. Crap. Yeah. Oh, man. You talk Monica into working the board again, you can come out.